been quite some time. We started off a few weeks ago, and throughout this, have been very useful things we've learned. We've looked at the Paul's framework. We've looked at the GHOST principle. We've looked at the appreciative inquiry. All these things are supposed to help us build better relationships with each other. And throughout the time I've been here, what I have learned is these are tools that we can use to help ourselves and help our organizations. I mean, time and again we've had conflicts in our organizations where I think could have been resolved if we were professional about the process and we had considered using these tools. My takeaway is that going forward, when there are conflicts, even in my family, not just conflict, but in my daily activities, in my daily transactions, I would seek to use these tools so that I can have better conversations and build better relationship with all the people I come across, whether in my family, in my organization, and to a large extent, if I get the opportunity to mediate a process.
I've been practicing dispute resolutions for some time, almost 4 years now. But I would say that the skills that I've learned here will help me a great deal in doing it more professionally. Using the Paul's frame, even understanding that disputes arise because people are coming from different reaches. Has helped me a great deal in the last few weeks I've been here. And when we come, we emphasize the need to include people when we are hearing them out, the need to move people from the fight-free zone to the release zone, the green zone, the need to use civil language, speak gently and honestly, openly, and being specific. These are tools that I will be using going forward in my work. And I think I'll also advocate strongly for civil cases to be handled out of court. And then we leave just the criminal ones to go to court. I believe as you have emphasized, only disputes that are of divine nature cannot be resolved. Every other dispute can be resolved. So together with my colleagues here, I know that when we come out, once we graduate from this program, we would be able to help resolve issues in the nation.
And but I had wished that I had gone into it earlier before even going to Sudan. But I did encounter a lot of issues that the tools would have easily helped me to sort things out. However, when I came in, I realized that for every week, the insight that I really discovered is so precious. As a chaplain in the Ghana forces, I encountered a lot of cases, and I've started using them, especially Paul's discovery frame, and going to the extent of workplace managerial, conflict skills that we've been using. It has helped me so much, and I also apply it at church, which is very crucial. And I remember just about 3 days ago, I just had to use that to solve a very challenging issues that were cropping up. And in fact, at the end, everyone there was very, very much appreciated. And they were inquiring where I got it, and I said, look, come, I will tell you something. So I really appreciate that, and thank you so much for such a wonderful insight.
So I have also enjoyed the first 2 weeks, although at some point I was out. But it's been very insightful. Generally, I tend to be somebody who doesn't like conflict. But what this course has taught me is how do we get to that point where we don't even get into a conflicted situation if possible. And basically through our communication skills, the way we use the language. And in this case, it's not just about what we are saying, but it's also about our body language and how we are communicating and how it's being perceived by the person that is receiving the message. What is also insightful for me is the piece around the land administration or the land challenges that we have also. It's also brought into bear sometimes some of the challenges that we have from the family standpoint. So imagine that your family has some land and you decide to take it from a certain one angle only and basically focus on your beach and why you want to be where you are and not make any efforts to understand what the other party is coming from or what the issues are. For me, one particular example that Papa shared with us, which still remains with me, is the example of the Teshi chieftaincy case, where basically they themselves were able to identify the root cause and come up with the solution. So one of the key learnings for me is how do we get the parties to identify what the root cause is and come up with their own solutions so that they are able to resolve the issue at hand. And all of that starts with how we begin to use the POLS framework and how we begin to open up for people to uncover what exactly the issues are and what steps to take. So for me, lots of learnings in my job, of course, in my dealings with unions, in my dealings with management, in my dealings with workers. Definitely it's something that will come together and I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Currently, the law courts are working with so many cases for so many years unresolved, and I believe ADR is the key. And I'll be very much interested in the government that will encourage the growth of this sector. Somebody may ask, why at my age and my professional experience I still will find myself traveling 35 continuous Saturdays from one time to come and acquire knowledge. Maybe it may not add anything to my already part of investment, but as a chief, I think I'm going to try to create a paradigm shift in the way chiefs go about resolving issues. I want to make a map, especially coming from the Achim area where, of course, we've been tagged as chief litigants, so that we were able to reduce the presence of lawyers in every household. The one and all lawyers in Ghana, as many as we are come to Achim, we are there. We try to reduce such impact. And having spent about more than half my age working live in the financial sector, banking issues, fund management issues, receivership and all that, we realized some of these companies could have really come back or still be existing if ADRs were given a chance to come into the government and these institutions that were run down. I have come to learn certain basic issues which others have mentioned, the POLS, the skills I require, POLS, speech, AI, and then power, heart, and then the ghost. These are skills that will help me here. And I know I'm not going to have it easy to tell my chiefs this is the way to go, but I believe I can start something. So to summarize it, I believe the Chief Justice should listen to ADR and bring it up to fruition. Thank you.